All right, welcome back to another episode of Politics and Movies with Mike and friends. Today we got two friends, and we're talking about a very special movie. We got Billy. Say something, Billy.
I'm Mike.
No,
Your friend?
no, you're the friend, fucker.
Ah!
Get fucked.
Oh my god, role reversal.
Yeah. No, it's not. You were always the friend. This
Oh.
is my podcast.
And welcome to Friends and Mike.
And we got Smoopy. Smoopy.
I am also Mike.
All right, fair enough.
There's always a bigger fish.
There's always a bigger Mike. All right.
Try spinning. That's a good trick.
God, are we off to a fantastic start? All right, we're talking about The Empire Strikes Back, Star Wars.
It's
All
been
right.
struck.
Misa
Oh,
going home.
Wrong trilogy.
Yeah, I mean, so far, none of the references you've made are relevant to this movie, so go off with
that makes it even better.
that. You didn't make one goldenrod joke.
There's a storm coming.
That's The Dark Knight Rises.
I think he also says it in that scene where they're on the sandy planet and they meet Anakin.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
I have seen every Star Wars movie like a million times. I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. There's a storm
Believe
coming.
Believe it or not, I'm actually sober now. But
all right. Hold off. We'll get into it. Let me intro the movie. We're talking about The Empire Strikes Back, also known, of course, as Star Wars Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back, from 1980. It's an American epic space opera film directed by Irvin Kershner from a screenplay by Lee Brackett and Lawrence Kasdan, based on a story by George Lucas. It's the sequel to Star Wars A New Hope, 1977, originally called just Star Wars. It's the second film in the series, of course, and the fifth chronological chapter of the Skywalker saga. And it, of course, is the story by George Lucas, produced by Gary Kurtz, and stars Mark Hamill, Harrison Ford, Carrie Fisher, Billy D. Williams, Anthony Daniels, David Prowse, Kenny Baker, Peter Mayhew, and Frank Oz. And of course, with a lovely, lovely score by John Williams. And right off the bat, what thoughts do you have about this movie? Did anything pop into your head while I was saying all that? Like either of you?
yes,
But
yeah. Go ahead, Spoopy.
Oh, just the score. It's almost funny how often you see like cuts between the different characters and the leitmotifs. It's almost comical. Towards the beginning of the film, you see the main characters, and then you see Vader, and then you and then the main cast, or like the main like protagonists, and then back to Vader in a almost humorous way.
Yeah. I know what you mean. Like, Irvin Kershner's direction was incredible in this film. Like, there are some very good comedic moments. There's some very good dramatic moments, and he is so good at highlighting both. And like this movie is really, in a way, a showcase of his talents and the screenwriter's talents. And like, honestly, I feel like one of George Lucas's greatest strengths involving the original trilogy was when he, decided, hey, like this is over. I'm in over my head with this. I need help with this. And like, that's one of the You know, like most important parts of being a leader in a creative field. Like you have to know when to say, all right, this isn't one of my strengths. I need help with this by someone who is good at this. That is vital to making a good film. Like honestly, Spielberg learned that lesson the hard way with 1941. Like he bit off more than he could chew. He didn't know how to do everything. He didn't understand pyrotechnics, and like he learned from that. He learned he needed to get better at delegating because he realized that on his successful films, he was doing that. He was leaning into that more. So yeah, like
That's a good segue for my question.
Go ahead.
So, you asked what I was thinking about. So, my question is, we had already had a discussion before we started, just about George Lucas being the writer for the first film. I actually did think that he was the writer for this one as well, but he's the producer. Do you know what was?
No, he just has a story credit. He doesn't have any other credit.
So how much of this was story mapped by him for the first trilogy? Because I know like the prequel trilogy was all him. I thought this was at least story mapped by him.
It was. Yeah. He did the storyboarding. That was his biggest contribution. Like he did have the story like almost like totally fleshed out. There were just a few things either added or took out. But for the most part, it was like, like it was a, part of his vision, So he wasn't, I'm not saying that he wasn't involved, like he had a very vital role, but like he trusted the director and he trusted the writers. And like, I wish he had like taken that to heart when he did the prequels, but I digress. But anyway, what else?
Do you know what was taken out?
I don't remember. I used to know.
From what I can tell, from what I remember, is like I know Yoda was supposed to be more of a frog person thing.
Yeah, there were more scenes. There were more scenes on Dagobah, and Yoda was more of a trickster, and there was more of him in the movie.
That's interesting. Being a frog person, trickster.
Yeah.
Okay. I can understand why this got taken out.
You should Google the character designs. They're hilarious. I swear. But okay, sorry, you go.
Oh, just thank God that film is such a collaborative art form.
Yeah.
Because if it wasn't, George Lucas would be doing all the roles, and I don't think we want to see that.
No.
Oh, you see, I thought I would make a sexy Princess Leia because when I wear my crop top, it looks like my belly is a muffin, and that's very appealing to some women.
Thankfully, the actors were confident as well to tell him what something sucked.
Sometimes. Not on the prequels.
Well, I mean, we're talking about this trilogy.
Well, yeah.
I'm talking about the prequels when I quote them.
Yeah. All right. No.
Thank God, though. I feel like it would be quite the awkward scene to see George Lucas version of Princess Leia kiss fucking George Lucas version of Luke. To make George Lucas version of Han Solo like jealous or whatever the hell that was at the very beginning.
Yeah, well, that was, to be fair, before he had written them as siblings.
Yeah, well, yeah. But also it makes it kind of funny.
Yeah.
Like, because it didn't
like
feel like there was a lot of tension there. It was just, it just kind of happened. It was just like, fuck off, Han Solo.
Right. And of course, at that point in the movie, they don't know that they're siblings, so.
Yeah.
This is the girl character. She kisses all the guy characters. That's just how it goes.
Except for fucking Chewie. Except for Chewbacca. Oh yeah. Unfortunately. There've been a few times.
That was what they had. That was on the cutting room floor. That was what they had to take out, actually.
Han and Chewbacca kind of give each other eyes a couple times. Like the way they move their heads is just kind of.
I was really disappointed when they cut out the 5-minute Chewie Leia anal scene, like that was tight
Yeah,
in every way.
No, I think
I really missed that
Han
out.
and Chewie are
You
in
just say I
a
should cut that out. I won't. Fuck you.
are in a relationship. Honestly, it's like
Yeah,
they're queer platonic joy friends, you know.
I'll never
Yeah.
forget the
Yeah.
storyboarded color of Chewie's furry cock.
Is their hair down there too?
Dude, just-
Is it to
Yeah,
scrape
which-
out competitors like evolutionarily,
yeah.
like a
Yeah,
cat's?
they don't fuck around on Kashyyyk.
For
They don't fuck
for
around on
Kashyyyk.
Kashyyyk.
Well, we haven't talked about the politics in this yet.
Oh, you want to get into it?
Yeah.
Oh joy!
All right. Well, first off, let's talk about something interesting. In the Star Wars franchise, this movie introduces a number of very important characters. Yoda, Lando Calrissian, the Emperor. Really, those big three.
Yeah. Oh, and you're forgetting the frost giant creature in the first like 5 minutes of the movie too.
And Rogue 2.
Oh, the Wampa.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, he's a good guy. He was just fucking hungry, man. It was the dead of winter. There's nothing to eat. What do you expect from him?
Yeah. I
Hops
like
the hellhole.
Yeah. Yeah. It really is. Like, what the
Well-
fuck do you want from him? He's got to eat too.
I will say the funny thing about the Emperor being introduced in this movie is that he's always had, and maybe I am drawing too much on the prequels, but he's always had the most complicated, stupid plans ever. And his want for power and conquest has never really made that much sense.
Well, it's funny that you mention it for this movie because really the absurd plan is in the next movie. Return of the Jedi, like where he's like,
It was I who let the Bothans know about the plans so they could come into my base and blow it up. Ha ha ha, what a great plan. I'm a mastermind.
fucking idiot.
No, he has never made any sense. When it comes to the Emperor, it's just like always be 5 steps ahead, except you want to be 5 steps ahead because your plan is so ridiculous they'll never see it coming.
I think another thing.
Yeah, watch out for the
something
dictator with the 70
politically-
IQ. They're the ones that are dangerous.
I have noticed
Sorry, you
in
go.
the Star Wars like prequels, or not prequels, the original trilogy, prequel, you know,
All right.
is sort of they're fighting, they're like a rebel group, right? Fighting the Empire to return it to the thing that caused the thing that eventually became the Empire. I think that's a little very
Sure.
liberal. It's a
Yeah.
they have a fucking royalty on their side.
Well, you see, it's very interesting because of course, Lucas modeled the Empire after the Nazis. That's no secret, and sort of like a fusion with aesthetics of the Nazis and Japanese samurai. So that's why we have Vader wearing a samurai helmet. And like if you just gave someone that as an elevator pitch, they'd be like, that sounds like the most dorky, buffoonish, fucking stupid thing I've ever heard in my life. And yet it sold billions of toys. So like he tapped into something. And like you can tell, like there's something there. Like especially even, like when you go back and watch the older movies, the Empire is like, and this is no secret either. This has been talked about to death. They are a fascist regime, and they sort of like Palpatine staged a coup and like seized control from the traditionalist republic that was like sort of letting time eat away at it, and all of their old principles and ideals were sort of getting eroded away just by time and distance. And like that's why the Jedi were so easily like overthrown. Like, yeah, okay, so the prequels are poorly written in some places, but like the ideas there are very solid. Like if they'd been fleshed out by a better writer, but I digress. Like whatever. There's some cool ideas there, and that's the important thing. And it gives us some insight into this movie from a 2026 perspective. We have a better frame of reference for what was fully going on when in the context of this movie, because we now have the full scope of the Star Wars empire, basically, including in the Mandalorian stuff. Like they come back, but obviously that we don't have to get into that because that doesn't happen until technically after the events of this movie. So
I do think it's interesting to look at this at a government angle and
Yeah.
look at how the Empire is
yeah,
compared to what the rebellions are fighting for.
right.
Because I think it's kind of like a comic book situation. Like Gotham can never really be back to status, can't really ever be saved. The rebellions are always fighting this fight. And what are they really fighting for? They're just really fighting for a status quo. We're always
Yeah.
coming back to the status quo. So
Well,
it's like,
it's even worse than that, because like when people usually envision the fight between the Empire and the Rebellion, they're like, okay, so the Empire are fascists, sure. The Rebellion, they must be liberals or leftists. Nope, they are fighting for their old ways. They're
their
fighting for
old
tradition.
shitty monarchy
Yes,
with the
exactly,
fucking
exactly.
Jedi.
Exactly. They're fighting for the Jedi Council to rule everything the way they used to. They are not liberals. They are not leftists. They are traditionalists. They are conservative. So it's conservatives against conservatives. That's the truth of Star Wars.
Yeah, which is probably why nothing ever gets resolved.
That's true. Smoopy, what about you? Do you have any thoughts about that?
Yeah, it's it really is just kind of them fighting for a return to form that without addressing any of the things that may have caused the coup, or
Exactly. It's
because
exactly. It's exactly
it's
like
seen as this radical change,
Yeah.
caused by a couple individuals rather than a systemic like issue
Yeah.
within the empire that might cause it to happen again. And in looking back from 2026 perspective, having seen like the fucking the sequels, the newer movies from Disney, is like, wow, okay, so we're doing this again, huh? It's
funny because it feels like a
it's
kid's
caused-
understanding of the government.
it's caused again by a lack of actual change, any meaningful change in the Republic, in the fucking like constitutional monarchy. What the fuck is it?
basically, yeah. You're
Yeah, like I said, it's just like a little kid's understanding of the government. When I ask my kids what the government is, they say Jesus. So it kind of feels like that.
Well, Smoopy, you want me to define it? It's a traditionalist oligarchy, since it's the Jedi Council, or yeah.
So wouldn't it be like a theocracy? Since it's
Kind of. Yeah. You got it. Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly. It's like the
what the hell do the royalty and the everything have to do with? You're like, where does it all fit in? How do the pieces go together? Because there's a republic, there's like a council, there's a Jedi
Better
council,
watch the
there's
prequels.
There's the
So yeah,
Republic.
there's
But they don't explain them either. I remember those movies much more clearly than I remember the original trilogy.
Man, I have an encyclopedic knowledge of Star Wars. If you really want me to get into it, there's the main governing body, and then there's the planets, and they have their individual governing bodies. That's probably what you're talking about. Like,
So it's like
if you're talking
a
about the people-
confederacy.
Yeah, exactly. They call it a confederacy.
Oh, okay. That.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think I remember something about a confederacy being in there. If
So,
ever
well, I'm glad
there was a.
Yeah. Hey,
Ooh.
it's about 50 years worth of lore, you know?
Yeah, and there's books and comics and animated series and
Yeah.
all of that.
Well, there's a
none of
reason
which
why
I've
Lucas.
given the time of day.
I feel like there's a reason why Lucas steps on his own toes a little bit too.
Yeah. Which, I mean, I'm sure it's difficult when you got, like, basically, you got, like, a franchise that's got, like, decades and decades worth of lore. And that's, I think, what a lot of Star Wars didn't understand about the extended universe reset. Like, okay, yeah, there was a lot of cool stuff there. Like, there was the Mara Jade stuff, there was the Yuzong Vong, but, like, let's be real, Disney's not going to adapt those things. Those are too dark. Like, those are not going to get, $1 billion worth of asses and seats. Let's be real. Nobody is going to pay to see Chewbacca crushed by a planet that is bleak. There's a fake out scene in the Disney movie where they pretend to kill Chewbacca and then bring him back because they don't have the balls to do something like that, you know?
Like literally 2 minutes later.
Yeah. Right. They're like, oh, we
Fucking-
already killed off Han. We can't kill off Chewie too.
All I can think of is fucking Goofy from Kingdom Hearts 2. Getting crushed by a. Lord, what is everybody crying about?
Those games were pretty dark sometimes, yeah.
They were. But good not. Disney knows what not to do.
Yeah.
Disney and Squeenix.
Yeah. But all I'm saying is that was a lot of lore. They were not going to do all. They were never going to adapt all of that. Even George was never going to adapt all of that. I don't know what the fuck they're thinking.
Freaking nobody. Okay. Anybody who's made anything that, and there's like years between without like planning ahead to make something, there is always going to be like some sort of retcon. Like almost always. Because people freaking forget. Like, they're not going to reread their old stuff because, like, I made it. You know?
Yeah.
There's many such examples. A couple I can think of.
Yeah. I mean, you can mention a couple. If
Like,
you want.
I don't know, like Dark Souls. For instance, I guess just what comes to mind is like DS3 takes a bunch of this one lore that is hard to get to and just kind of throws half of it at the wall, and the other half, and then the other half decided to stick. It's just it's a common occurrence with large franchises that are like the brainchild of not only one person but like multiple people.
Right.
Especially
like essentially, right. But like, okay, so we're running low on time. How about we get into a couple of major political points? Is that okay?
Yeah, I have a couple things I'd like to talk about. Let's see what you say.
No. If you got something right off the bat, let's go.
I want to talk about Yoda as a mentor.
Okay, go.
Well, I mean, this could be more collaborative.
But well, I start talking and I'll start talking. Smoopy will start talking, or I can go.
Yep.
I think it's just interesting. Like, how old would you say this trope was at this time to have, instead of a wise mentor, to have a goofy, silly guy be your mentor? And I find it also interesting that you describe him like in earlier iterations to be like a trickster. Like that's like very cool for
Yeah.
a mentor. It seems actually kind of like original, but
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
an
know how
interesting,
old that trope would be at that
it's an
time.
interesting subversion.
Probably thousands of years old.
Oh,
Listen,
well, okay,
if you've ever
Spook.
listened to Zen Cone or like learn like Retta Zen Cone, you know, a lot of those
No.
are.
I mean,
they're-
like Smoopy's right. If you want to like do the etymology of like a trickster mentor, it's probably Arabian Nights.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
these things are
No, I
freaking.
I
These
didn't
things are
think about
old.
that at all.
Yeah,
Like a lot, like freaking a lot of Buddhist like teachings are from the context of like a teacher making a joke about
Yeah.
their student, and like it's definitely inspired by that.
That makes
Sure.
sense.
yeah. But like in like recent history, I mean, up to that point, I mean, in the 70s, like I'm really even, the 70s were known for like their grand subversions, and like it was the new romantic phase of cinema, with your Scorseses and your Robert Altmans and your Spielbergs. But I'm having trouble pinning anything down in my mind because I know there's stuff that like I know, but I'm just having trouble pinning anything down. Like the only thing that's even remotely coming to mind is Marty Feldman as Igor in Young Frankenstein. He was kind of a silly mentor. That's the only thing that's coming to mind.
Yeah, I really can't think of much. I do like bringing up Arabian Nights, but just like I guess I was stuck thinking more about like the 1900s, so trying to think about a
Right.
movie.
I mean,
No,
I
that's
think
fair.
I think like
But
Drunken Master, a bunch
Fair.
of
Oh,
old
yeah,
kung
that's
fu
a
The
really good
Jackie
one.
movies.
Chan movies.
Definitely,
Yeah.
that's
Dude,
a thing in a bunch of old kung fu movies.
I had thought about like Mr. Miyagi like being the regular
That
like
was-
the
that- that
regular
was after
wise man.
That was after
You know.
this.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
fair.
it was after.
Yeah.
Yeah,
was
is the original
84.
Drunken Master
I think it's
before Star Wars?
78.
It was 78, yeah.
So it would have been before this.
Yeah. There's
Yes, I love Drunken Master. Great movie.
Yeah, but I really
wait,
like
wait.
Yoda's characterizations. Go ahead.
Real quick aside, it's tangentially related because it's Spielberg. Did you know that the scene from, or did you know that that Indiana Jones was partially inspired by Miyazaki's Lupin movie?
I knew, but probably only
interesting.
because you told me.
Yeah.
He was inspired. Like this was inspired by it.
No.
Other way
Raiders.
around. Raiders was
Raiders.
really.
Raiders, not this movie.
Yeah.
I feel like I've probably have like heard that at some point, but that's still very interesting.
Yeah.
I'm a big
Yes.
Lupin fan. Lupin is
Yeah.
like top
Me
tier
too.
for me.
Yeah. I even loved the last movie, the Hulu
Oh,
one.
yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was really fun. Like, how many other like series have like stayed this relevant for that long?
Right.
Like, other than like Star
Fair.
Wars, which is the topic
Yeah.
of the episode,
Yeah. Gold standard.
for real.
But anyway, okay, let's talk about were you satisfied with what we said about that, Billy, or do you want to talk about it a little bit more?
I mean, how much is there more to say? It's just
That's fair.
it is just interesting, like having Yoda be like so aloof, and honestly, it's like it's kind of a good style for Luke to learn from, because until then, like Luke is just overwhelmed with the severity of everything, and Yoda just comes in like a chill guy, just to help him like take away the gravitas of everything.
Yeah, well,
But-
you have to understand at this point, Yoda is over 900 years old. He's very intelligent. He's very wise. He probably reads the situation better than even Obi-Wan does. Like, he knows how to handle Luke. Like, because he saw everything that went wrong with Anakin. He was there. So
Yeah.
he is going to make sure this time that the same shit doesn't happen twice. And I think he does.
Well, yeah, I will say the whole like irony of the Jedi and everything is that like, and I guess this could be like akin to, religion and followers of religion is that, I don't really feel like they are really adhering to their own beliefs. Like, and honestly, that could also just be
No, you're
because of
right.
the
They are
writing.
shown to be very hypocritical at various points in the series, and I'm sure Smoopy can also attest to that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I mean, it feels that way in this movie too. I mean,
Yeah.
he's asking him to kill his father, and doesn't even tell him it's his father that he's asking
No.
him to kill.
No, exactly. It's very deceptive. It's very manipulative. It's gaslighting.
Yeah,
In fact, like when I was a kid, I used to complain. I used to not complain, but I used to get a little annoyed when Luke would whine about that stuff. And as an adult, I'm like, no, that's perfectly reasonable. They're setting him up.
yeah,
Yeah.
and they're asking him to kill his father, and then
Yeah,
they're
he's
like,
17 years old.
whatever.
He's a fucking teenager.
Like
Yeah,
cultic,
this kid will
cultic
find out
religion,
the wrong hard way.
Yeah,
cultic religion in
Yeah.
in a position of power and like politically.
right. And they're not even in a
surprised?
position of power at this point. They're in
Well,
hiding.
they're in hiding, but only after. And they've been like surmounted by another cultic religion, which is
Yeah.
essentially the same religion but on different sides. Like it's
Right, right.
like if Satanists were what we thought of Satanists as
Exactly.
having a
Yeah, it's
like a rival religion.
yeah, it's like if Satanists really did believe in Satan. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like it's like
And we're just edgy atheists.
yeah, the friggin' Zoroastrianism, they have like two deities. It's a dualistic religion, kind of.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
it's
I
like
know
yeah,
a
if
little
you
bit
had
about it.
rival
I know,
cults of both.
Yeah, Freddie Mercury was a
Yeah, he was raised
Zoroastrian.
Zoroastrian. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, his parents were Persian.
Yeah.
Or no, they Madagascar.
No, they were
and he was
from
born in Madagascar.
Africa. I forget the country. Yeah.
Yeah. But there's a lot of migration there. There's a lot of like I don't know, Indian people and not to say Persian, but there's a lot of like migration between the two, central, South Asian and like that area of the world and Africa. It's not very.
No, absolutely. Yeah, but anyway, I have another point. Let's jump into real quick. Bespin, Cloud City. That's a big point in this movie, where Han's like, okay, I've got a friend. Let's go see my old friend. He's a bit of a scoundrel. You'll love him. He runs this city, so like we have no fear about anything.
Oh yeah.
And then they get there, and Lando is like schmoozing him. He introduces himself. He's like, oh, he's trying to charm Leia. He's a nice guy. He's slick. He's charismatic. He's running the place. Leia's taken immediately, and Han is like something's going. Han knows something's going on. He's like, this is my friend. He's up to something. Like, I know that's not like explicitly textual. I'm reading that. Like maybe I'm wrong. But like it's just the vibe I got. Like he knows something's up. That's Han.
Lando Calrissian, how custom though? He's a union buster. He says he has labor trouble. Yeah, all right, bro.
Yeah. No, you're right. Go off, bro. No, we can talk about union. I guess we don't really have time. But yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I was like, I think everybody's probably on the same page here.
Yeah. No, I get it. Yeah, Billy gets it.
Yeah, I'm just playing Indiana Jones in the Great Circle.
Yeah, he's silly.
He's silly. I will say, we watched the Guard last night, and I one of the things about that movie I wasn't really expecting to see was how it kind of treats people who are like in a who are doing like illegal things, like people who are you know, selling drugs and stuff like that. It's really interesting that it really treats them like real people just in an average day of their life. And I kind of get that feeling with these characters. You know, like Han is like really played up to be the most charismatic bad boy, cool guy, and Lando also is just like charismatic, cool guy. Like these are just kind of like, you know, they do say like they do like illegal things, but they're just treated like ordinary people and in another day of their life, you know?
I mean, absolutely. Like, yeah, like for everyone else, this is like high stakes, but for Lando and Han, this is Tuesday. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, this is the job, the life that they've signed up for at this moment. It's funny. There's
Absolutely.
always going to be
Yeah.
positions in the economy for
Yeah.
even the bad boys.
Yeah, well, of
Yeah.
course, especially for them. You know, like you know,
Nothing changes.
like,
nothing changes in between
No.
the regimes to them. They're still gonna take advantage of the like. They're still gonna like swindle. They're still gonna move illegal cargo. They're still gonna fucking do whatever else Han does.
wait. But my interesting point is that, but there is a disconnect. Okay, so
Mhm.
yeah, Han feels that way. Han feels like he's a smuggler, he's a bad boy, he's a scoundrel, he's a scallywag, and he knows that Leia loves all that about him because she also knows that he has a heart of gold, you know, beneath all that. But Lando, on the other hand, he doesn't see himself that way anymore. He thinks he's above it now. He thinks he's a politician. He's the leader of the city. He's hot shit. Han is that guy from the past that he has moved beyond, and he's just humoring him because he's such a good guy. Like that's the vibe I get from Lando.
Mhm.
Like he got a little bit of political power, it immediately went to his head, and that's why he thought that he could handle things with Vader. He really didn't expect to ambush his friend like that. Like yeah, he's an asshole, but he's not that kind of asshole. Vader took advantage of the situation because he knew he could manipulate Lando because Lando let the power go to his head. You know, so Vader was like, "Okay, you want to play around with me? I'm gonna sanction your city. I'm gonna take all your shit." And that's when Lando's like, "Oh, I guess I'm in over my head. I guess well, it'll be fine. They'll have a nice conversation at the dinner table. We'll sit down and have a few drinks. It'll be fine. We'll work this out." And then you know what happens next. Like it's so good. Oh, but yeah, I legitimately think Lando was just in over his head. Vader, being the manipulative mastermind that he is, saw that, took advantage of the situation, and two birds, one stone. Now Han doesn't trust Lando, and that's going to be an issue until early into the next movie. You know?
Mhm.
So I think it's fascinating. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I
Yeah,
think
no,
the dichotomy is set up pretty well, especially with getting to know Han so clearly in the first movie.
Right.
Sorry,
It's
go ahead, Smoopy.
Yeah.
No,
go
you're
ahead.
good. That is interesting because there's like it makes me think of he's Vader being like the leader of the big boy political power in the galaxy, and using this like smaller like it's soft power being exerted over what is essentially a fucking like a what would you even call that? He's like both the leader in of the colony and like the boss of like uh what makes the money. So he's
Founder
kind
and
of
CEO.
founder and CEO of a whole
Yes.
town.
Yeah.
He's the Wayne Foundation.
It really is.
And it's I don't know,
Except,
it's a
instead of being a nepo baby, he had to earn his shit, through violence,
through
through
fucking
fascism.
over other people, violence.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, honestly,
exactly.
I don't think it. I think
Class
it's
warfare. Go ahead.
reductive to just call it fascism. Not to say it is entirely all that different.
No, I'm just
I would
using
call
shorthand.
it. Yeah, I
there
would
is no
call
one.
it capitalist libertarian end of things, which is basically just fascism. But
Yeah.
there is like a different power structure there, and as to how it comes about. And
Yeah. Yeah. And like to your point, like for the most part, the empire is mostly hands off, except when it comes to collecting tariffs and taxes,
yeah,
and policing. But in terms of governing, they usually let places govern themselves, especially in the Outer Rim, of course.
yeah,
Um,
it's like
to the detriment of some of those places, like of course Tatooine, which is run by the Hutts, and it's a gangster hellhole. But
which who's surprised? Not like the Hutts being. This isn't some like racial thing about the Hutts.
No.
Which would be very strange, but it's more like politically it makes sense that they kind of
Yeah, it doesn't stem from necessarily a place of racism. It stems from a place of fantasy tropes where,
Yeah.
races tend to have special characteristics. You know that, like D&D.
Yeah, like, that's not even my point. It was just like politically is kind of just set up to be the case.
Mhm.
It's just
Right.
so like if the fascist government decides to be hands off and it leads to more fascism, basically.
Right.
It's
It's a
fascism light.
self-perpetuating structure. Yeah. And that is like the genius of the Empire. And that is one of the things that the Republic doesn't understand about the Empire, is that it's a
That's one of the
self-perpetuating system. Yeah.
Well, it's also one of the things the Republic doesn't fucking fix about the Empire.
No, they don't give a
The
shit.
Hutts, the Hutts would rule fucking Tatooine under the Republic as well.
Yeah,
They didn't do shit.
They did. They did. You know that.
Yeah.
Like we see that in the prequels. Who's in charge? Is it the Jedi? Does Qui-Gon show up and take control? No, he's a little bitch when he's there. He's at the behest of a fucking slaver. So they have no power there. The Hutts have all the power. They can't do jack shit. And if that isn't representative of how inept and toothless the Republic is, I don't know what the fuck is, Because at least when the Empire does it, they're getting something out of it, right? They have a deal with the Hutts. The Republic are little cucks in front of the Hutts. They don't do shit. They don't get money from them. They don't get any deals. They don't get fuck all. They are at their mercy.
Exactly.
And that's all I'm saying. Yeah.
I like how we were going into this, like, don't talk about the other movies too much, but
well, we can reference them and like it's relevant,
no, it's all relevant.
Yeah.
I was gonna talk about
say it.
The Last Jedi at some point, but wait, I will still. But go ahead, Spoopy.
Oh, it's just politically, this whole system's fucked, and nobody's addressing it.
Yeah,
which is
no, they don't know how. They don't know. You know, like honestly, the only people who had any clue what to do were Mon Mothma and her whole gang, and like the characters in Andor, basically, including
Mhm.
Cassian. And
Yeah,
what happened to
Andor.
all of them? Yeah,
I was gonna bring up Andor at some point. That
Yeah.
movie, or the sorry, not movie, that series.
serious.
I
It's
should
it's
say.
it's relevant to this movie. Yeah,
And it's so much better than a lot of the mainline stuff.
yeah. It's so much better than the Disney movies. Yeah.
Not even just the Disney movies, the women movies and the children movies too.
That's funny. I don't like the prequels. They're coarse and they get everywhere.
They really do, though.
Sorry, Billy. Go
And that-
right ahead. You allowed
Always
me
a
to
bigger
talk.
fish.
I'm gonna.
I was going to go off on another tangent of just it's interesting that Yoda sends Luke on this suicide mission to go kill Vader and just say, "Oh yeah, I need you to kill him. Go kill him." And I feel like he did that to try to avoid Luke becoming Vader because of who Anakin was and who Anakin became. But
yeah.
my point was just gonna be that Luke is a different person from Anakin. Luke is a person of compassion, and that's what we see in the third movie.
Anakin was too.
And-
Anakin cared too much, even, and that is sort of what.
I would
led him to the
argue
dark
he
side.
was not a person of compassion, though. I mean,
You seen the
he.
Clone Wars? Seen the Clone Wars, son?
Oh well, that was after his mom had died, right?
Yeah.
The Clone Wars.
The Clone Wars were he. I would argue that his turn to the dark side, at least textually, intendedly, was a result of basically Jedi PTSD from seeing the horrors of war and believing he could be the change, and then falling right back into the problems that were, that caused, all this shit.
No, I think you hit the nail right on the head. Yeah, like his entire thing was trying to escape his trauma and then falling right into it and letting it consume him. It's actually a very well done tragic story in some ways. Like, especially honestly, even some scenes in the Obi-Wan Kenobi show, which overall wasn't great, but the scene. No, but like, hear me out. Like the scenes where Obi-Wan and Anakin are dueling, and the part of Anakin's faceplate comes off and reveals the mangled face beneath. Like, that is iconic, cinematic, wonderful. Like, that honestly almost redeemed the show for me. Like, just that scene was so powerful and so well done, and it showed like some things that were missing from the movies, like some aspect of the like showing the trauma on screen, because we don't see a lot of that. Like, of course, at the end of Revenge of the Sith, there's the stupid scene where Vader puts his hands up in the air and yells "No" in the suit with the face mask on, and it's just kind of corny. Like, some people like it. A lot of people probably like it, if I'm being honest. But like, I thought it was just corny and silly. Like, they could have handled that so much better.
Yeah, I will say from just the movies and not really the show,
Yeah.
he just comes across as a whiny, emotional, bratty asshole. Especially like in the second movie, he goes and kills a bunch of people, and then in the third movie, he goes and kills a bunch of kids.
Oh my god! Especially in the third movie when he says shit like, I mean, I love Hayden Christensen, but when he delivers lines like "I need him" in the most twinky way possible, like, you don't sound like a powerful guy. You sound like you're about to take it up the ass.
To be
I'm
fair,
sorry,
that's not
but
even
Yeah,
even
he
really
did.
his fault. It's not even
Yeah.
really his fault. That was stage direction. That was
Yeah.
it was fucking
Yeah,
god
that was
awful.
Lucas.
Maybe he
in
was
the
taking it up
prequels.
the ass.
Yeah,
Only
well, maybe.
Padme. You never know.
Well.
Padme, fucking Anakin Skywalker, fucking
The strap on.
the strap. Yeah, it's peg sesh.
Peg says, "What's good?"
Hell yeah. But
Well,
I
while she's wearing that revealing dress and telling him she doesn't want to see him anymore. I don't want to. I can't see you, Anakin. You're tearing me apart. Look at my cleavage.
flashes her
Again,
kids. Yeah, I will
that
say
was Lucas's fault. But go.
I will say,
Yeah,
yeah,
absolutely.
it's Luke's compassion that definitely shines for how he saves everyone from the Empire, how he brings Vader back from the darkness, and then Vader ultimately, betrays the Emperor. And I would even say, like, uh that's why The Last Jedi kind of makes sense for his arc, because his being compassionate has now been turned against him, and the person he was tutoring has turned against him and gone to the dark side, and that's why he's hurt so much by this event. And then it makes sense at the end. He turns it all around and goes back to his compassion. He doesn't kill anybody. He sacrifices himself to save everyone. So I honestly think The Last Jedi
Yeah.
did a really good job with staying to his character. Everyone always says that movie was character assassination. I actually kind of disagree.
I think
Yeah.
that
Sorry, you go.
okay. I think that it's a mischaracterization of the dark side, I guess. It's such a dirty ass fucking thing. But it's not like it's not just evil, good versus evil, right? It's
No.
control versus like letting yourself feel to almost a detriment, right?
Yeah. So it's the difference between total discipline and total passion, I think, is the good way of summing it up. Because that's what the Sith are about. They are about channeling their passion to access greater hidden strength. And that's why so many Sith Lords are iconic in Star Wars Legends, because they are, on average, a lot more powerful than the average Jedi. So it's interesting that
Probably
the
a lot more
Force.
interesting too.
Yeah, no, dude. I haven't even gotten into the most interesting part. It's
That's why they're
that means
legendary, is because they're actually interesting to hear
Right.
about.
Right. But my point is, that means the Force, the objective power in the universe, does not deny them power. So clearly, it either doesn't think they're evil, or it doesn't differentiate, or it doesn't care. Either way, I think that's fascinating.
Mm-hmm. It really is.
I've always wondered about that as well, and it
Yeah.
definitely makes things very interesting. Yeah,
And-
that there's just this power
Right.
that's up for grabs, and you can
Yeah.
really twist it to your own motivations, and but it's there. It's not
Right.
closed off, nonetheless.
And one thing you mentioned, The Last Jedi. The cool thing about The Last Jedi is that it introduces the concept that literally anyone can tap into the Force. Literally anyone.
Yeah, yep. And then they
What? Yeah.
tried to retcon that,
Oh my god.
which
fuck
is
so
still
good.
such a cool idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if anybody watching this hates The Last Jedi, sorry. It definitely had some missteps, but it had some good ideas.
Yeah, it certainly did. Like
Mhm.
I felt really bad, honestly, for Yeah, I really didn't want to get into this.
We don't have to. We can always do a Last Jedi episode.
Yeah, we can always. We're gonna do more Star Wars, I'm sure. Let's get back to it because I don't really want to get into it. It's not relevant to this at all. But anyway, so let's get back to this. Let's talk about the iconic scene. He doesn't say, "Luke, I am your father." He says, "No, I am your father." But
Yeah,
All right.
most
yeah, he
people know
does.
that.
Podcast over.
Most people know that. Most people know that. It's just one of those things where, the cultural osmosis and the zeitgeist decided, no, if we want people to know what we're referencing, we have to throw the word Luke in there, and I get that. That's fine. Whatever. It doesn't bother me. Clearly it does. Shut up. But my point is, I really love that scene for a number of reasons. And it's like the kind of thing where it would normally seem daunting to dissect a scene like that because it's so iconic and so powerful. But I've seen this movie so many times it doesn't really threaten me anymore. It'd be like if we did an episode on The Godfather and I was a lot more, like I'd seen The Godfather a lot more. But that's hard because it's such a long movie, But I digress.
Yes, you do.
Yeah. I digress. My point is that it's really cool that we go into the scene thinking that Luke is Prince Hamlet and he's here to avenge his father. And then he finds out the man that he's come to strike down is his father. He cannot avenge his father because his father killed himself. And that is so brilliant on so many levels. And I mean, do you guys have any thoughts about that?
I mean, he's been set up this whole time to think that's what he's doing. And, I mean, he's just kind of like, it's turning everything on its head. He really is just, how can I avenge this man now? I can't. How can he be fighting for whatever this is?
Right. He's like, how do I reconcile the fact that the man, Anakin Skywalker, who I have been idolizing, who I've been looking up to, I've been like modeling my behavior and my skill set after him. He became a fighter pilot because of his father.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Well, it's interesting because Yoda and everyone has had the opportunities to tell him this. They've said that Anakin that Vader has killed his father. So it's a betrayal on that part too, that these mentors that he's had, two huge mentors, have obfuscated this great truth. And they've told him, hey, just don't talk to this guy because he's evil and he will try to break your mind. Then this guy just tells him the truth and he's just like, why the fuck wouldn't you guys tell me this?
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God. What we told you was true from a certain point of view. You fucking coward. Fuck you, Alec Guinness. Bite me.
All I can think of is Final Fantasy VII and Cloud's freaking personality modeling after Zack and Sephiroth is just like how do you reconcile that your idol basically and in this case your father, somebody you share blood with, somebody who is the reason you exist in this world, or I guess galaxy, is like mega Hitler. How do you deal with your flesh and blood being like the worst? Like
to your point, worse than Hitler, like Hitler and Stalin and Mussolini combined and amplified by a million.
Yeah,
has
it's like
decimated
finding out your
planets.
grandpa was a Klansman. Like,
kinda, I guess.
Like,
I can definitely see
the Grand Wizard, maybe the Grand Wizard of the Klan.
Yeah, but like, how do you reconcile that with like maybe the pride you once had in your
If you're a
like,
good person,
lineage?
you don't really, honestly.
Yeah, exactly. You don't. You
Yeah.
don't. You get rid of that pride instantly, right?
Yeah, you cut that person out. They're clearly a toxic person who can't exist in your life.
Yeah, well, that person cut something out.
Well,
Yeah,
But
true.
my squeezing arm.
I
I thought you'd like that reference.
squeezing arm.
I thought you both liked that reference.
Well, I mean, hey, he still has his uncle, you know,
yeah.
the
Oh
water
my
farm.
god. Oh wait, you didn't.
Which
I thought,
one?
I
What,
thought that was
what?
a molestation joke.
No,
What
I'm talking about, you know, you still need family. You still need.
Silly, my God, what's
I
wrong
was
with you?
talking
Who's
about
getting
It could even
molested?
be
squeezing
found
arm.
family. No,
I was talking about the
motherfucker.
squeezing. I thought you were like saying it. He can still get squeezed by his uncle.
Honestly, his uncle is the one he should have pride in. He held it
Which
down
uncle
for
are
his
you fucking talking
family.
about? Uncle Owen? He's dead. He's a fucking charred
Oh, wait,
corpse.
yeah.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, but it doesn't matter if he's dead. He can still have pride in him.
I
true.
have pride in the charred corpse myself. I look
Listen,
at it in the dumpster every
that
day.
man held it down, right? He fucking farmed water and moisture and all sorts of necessities for life.
Yeah, he got that blue milk going on.
And then he
Providing for his
died, and
family. He died defending his family. It was a heroic death.
yeah,
You know.
have some pride in him. Fuck some Anakin Skywalker.
That's fair. No, that's fair. And I mean, I used to be like, well, he can always look up to Obi-Wan, but honestly, yeah, like we've been saying, honestly, that's really not even true because they did lie to him and gaslight him and manipulate him into trying to get him to kill his father.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if, like, even in that moment, he's kind of questioning his allegiances. You know, like thinking, "Is this really that?" I mean, he knows because he's seen the Empire kill so many people, but I mean, the Jedi
Well-
really don't look that great either.
No, well, here's the interesting thing.
don't.
I think he has more resolve in this movie than he does in the next movie. Because in this movie, what does he first say? I'll never join you. That's what he says. And he means it. You can see it in his eyes. In the next movie, Vader says a lot of stuff that is a lot more tempting. And he gets a lot closer to succumbing. Because, by that point, he's warmed up to the idea of Vader being his father and being like, well, maybe I can fix him. Like an
It's the
abused
fucking-
girlfriend.
Yeah, or
Yeah.
it's like the
it's
Pewdie pipeline.
Yeah.
But he does fix him, though. I mean, I
fix
do
him.
think
He
when
kinda-
like Invincible talks about this too, but like
Yeah.
characters can have redemptions. They can do the most heinous shit and still redeem themselves. Maybe you can't forgive them. Like, a lot of people wouldn't be able to forgive Vader, obviously, because he's probably committed like 4 genocides, but he can at least redeem himself in taking out the Emperor. Just like with Blank in Invincible killed so many people,
Yeah, well,
and
that's an
he
interesting point.
goes on to do so much for the Viltrum Empire.
Yeah. Well, I've got an interesting point about that. I've got an anecdote, if that's okay.
Yeah.
Well, I just think it's really funny because last time I passed by Omni-Man on the street, I thought about, the time that he ripped out my wife's eyes, but then I smiled and
J.K. Simmons?
shook his hand and said, thank you for your service,
Yeah.
What else can you do?
Holy shit, you met J.K. Simmons?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
He did that to your wife?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
What
But
can you do?
just think about what he did for the Viltrum Empire, though.
Yeah, exactly. And like
That-
he saves
like-
that civilization with the weird bug people He fucked him. You
I
know?
think-
Okay,
That's-
well, you haven't gotten to season, whatever
no.
in the book.
I know, but
so.
I'm joking. I know he
like
does
when somebody
good stuff.
lives that long and is indoctrinated since childhood, kills their peers to prove their strength. Like, how much can you really
Yeah.
expect from them other than not killing
No.
people?
What? No. And
Like-
no, but that's an interesting point. Like that's to Billy's point, where he can't be totally blamed because he was conditioned to be that way, and the fact that he could overcome it on any level, proves that he was worthy of
And
redemption.
even fight
Yeah.
against
Well,
it.
even Vader, I feel like
Vader was groomed.
Palpatine comes to him at a very vulnerable time, and like you said,
Exactly.
he's groomed.
He was groomed. Exactly.
he was
groomed.
groomed. I think Olaf would have some fucking words to say about this. By the way,
I know.
Olaf
I
would
invited
lose his
him.
shit about
Hey,
this.
Hey, I invited.
We
him. He said
invited
no.
him, and he
I
turned us down.
personally believe in redemption. In general,
I do too.
I think Omni-Man's still a piece of shit, but he has improved somewhat his conditions, the conditions
Yeah, I
of
mean,
the people.
I
in
totally
order
don't blame
to-
his wife hitting his guts, or
Yeah, no,
ex-wife,
me either. Well,
Yeah.
Well, she eventually starts.
I know.
fucking
Well,
his
I
guts
mean,
again.
yeah, I was gonna say.
Well, no, I'm
a
at
bit
that
of a
part. She takes care of
spoilers.
the kid and everything. But
Sorry. I've read the comics, so I'm really biting my
Yeah,
tongue right now, trying not to
comics.
say
Really
too much.
not. Shut the fuck up. You're the spoiler. All right.
No, I didn't say much more. All I said is
Spoiler
he
king of
helped the
Chicago here.
Beltram Empire.
AI
how
voice.
about I call
AI voice. Thorax Barber fucks his wife.
Yeah, good.
I do really like
This
this.
is a season 12 spoiler.
I made you a steak, Mark. A steak. A steak. A steak.
All right,
Shit
all
about
right,
Beltram.
all right. Let's get back to Empire. All right.
How do we
Yeah.
defeat Thrag? That's the neat part. You don't.
All right. No more invincible memes. God.
I'm sorry.
Jesus. All right. So, and then what happens?
Invincible is a space opera too.
dies?
Actually,
I know. That's why I allowed us to go on that trip.
Also,
All
can
right.
I just say something? The comics are kind of ugly.
well, because it switches. The guy who does it in the beginning, he switches with Ryan Otley, right? And then Ryan Otley does it, and he's pretty good. But then it switches back to the original guy in the last couple, and it really kind of sucks. But I like the comic style that Ryan Otley does for the blood and gore. I think it looks cool.
Yeah, well, I was more so talking about like I don't need to see every vein popping out of people's heads,
I
while
like
while
that
they
shit.
yell. I don't need to see the spittle.
Oh yeah,
It is
no,
very
show me that
squash and
spittle.
stretch.
It's you're weeb though. That's very manga style. You don't like that?
Like what?
I'm sorry.
The
You
spittle?
upset that I called you a weeb?
You said you're a
No,
weeb.
Weeb.
I guess a bit. Grew up with Sailor
No.
Moon and Naruto and
And
Yu
you speak
Hakusho.
Japanese?
No des.
All right, we're going on long. Let's
All right.
let's get
All
to your
right,
point.
so
I've derailed
My
us.
point is, then Vader cuts off his hand, and of course, we find out in the next movie that mirrors the fact that Vader, that Anakin also lost his hand in a similar way. But we don't, that's not entirely tied to this movie, so it's an interesting aside, but we don't have to get into it. Anyway, my point is, then he leaps off the platform. He thinks probably to his death. I think. What do you think about that?
I've always wondered about that myself too. Yeah.
What is the?
What about you,
What
Smoothie?
are the political implications of him jumping?
I think it's like it's
It's
not really. Well, I guess you could say it's political on the level
suicide is
of
political.
on the level of honor. It's an act of seppuku. Like it's back to the
Yeah.
samurai connection. Yeah,
I suppose you're right.
like rather than sacrifice his honor, he leaps to his death.
No, I do
When your
think he
father's
leaps to
dead.
his death.
He died, and he's replaced with an android.
The only reason that he survives is because when he probably would have thought he would die, but he's saved by someone who's trying to protect, like who's trying to make up for their actions, because Lando realizes now how out of depth he was and is trying to make up for the mistake he made.
He's trying to make amends, and of course, we also have the Force connection. Luke reaches out to Leia. He has the instinct that he can reach her, and that's so cool. That's such a cool moment in cinema. I swear, like that's so cool.
That is cool.
It makes my inner nerd gush. Like it really does.
Yeah, and I hate how much I hate. That's okay. For everyone who thinks I love Last Jedi, I do hate that. I hate that part.
Which part?
Leia doing the floating in space thing
Oh,
and flying in space.
Honestly, I liked it. I thought it was kind of neat.
I think using her force powers in more subtle ways and other ways, and maybe not. I think it would be cool if we saw more stuff like the sibling telepathy.
Well, yeah, I think of the iconic scenes on in that movie, the best ones are the effect of the ships on the surface of Crate, where they drag up the salt. That's very cool. And the other one, of course, is the scene where Holdo, suicide pilots the ship into the Star Destroyer. Like that's a cool moment. I don't care what you think. Like I'm sure, I'm even the biggest haters. I have to admit that scene is cool. Even though like they like logistically most of the time are like, well, it doesn't make any sense why she would do that. And okay, like I'm not going to get into that because we're not talking about The Last Jedi, right? So. Anyway, any final thoughts before we wrap up?
I've hit on all my main points. Did you have any
same.
main points you were thinking of?
I hit on everything
not
I
really.
wanted to talk about.
Nice. Good movie. I give it a 5 out of 10.
God, that's rude. Like most people's favorite Star Wars movie.
Yeah, I would say it's the best of them.
It probably is, yeah.
Yeah. It definitely is.
Yeah. Anyway, good episode, guys. Smoopy, thank you so much for doing like basically 2 episodes in a row.
That's.
'Cause-
I'm in here. I am willing and able. Even if I talk and it makes me sound like an idiot most of the time.
You do not. You were firing on all cylinders on the Smoothie episode. And this one. Yeah.
You waited. You hesitated.
Oh no.
Oh.
That's movie
I
episode gonna
sense
come back to bite me.
disturbance. Yeah.
Hey, Billy, I'm going to reference an episode we did a while back. Next time you have a chance to kill someone, don't hesitate.
Oh shit.
Thanks for the advice.
Yeah. I love Die Hard.
I do too.
Oh yeah,
That
it is
was a
Star
fun
Wars Day, ain't it?
It is. That's why.
Yeah.
Happy
I
Fourth.
didn't even realize. May the Fourth be with you, everybody. And if you're listening to this tomorrow, may the Revenge of the Fifth would be with
And
you.
also with you.
Revenge of the Fifth. That's
Me-
funny. I actually hadn't heard that one before.
You haven't
Thanks,
heard
Rick.
Revenge of the Fifth? Oh my god.
No.
That's
I didn't know it was a
that's
movie.
an oldie.
Hmm.
And
Fair.
also with you.
And also with you. Lift up your hearts.
We give them to the Lord. He said,
Yeah.
take this.
No, you missed the line. You missed the line. It's
He
right
said, take this.
You
Take
missed
this
the line.
milk. Take this
I'm
milk.
gonna milk you in
This
a second.
green milk from the Last Jedi and drink of it. This is
Yeah,
the milk
it's
of
blue
my
milk.
blood.
Oh, the milk
Or
from
do
the
not.
Oh,
goat.
my
There is
bad.
no try.
Yeah. Drink up, me hearties,
Hey.
yo ho.
Take this puppet. This is the Yoda of my blood. Fuck him.
This- yeah, drinking the fucking blood of Christ, but it's just green milk for Yoda.
Misa, drink it.
Misa, racist
But I thought-
caricature.
I thought Anakin was the for who?
Jamaicans,
For the Gungans?
No.
specifically Jar Jar.
Yeah.
You didn't know that, really?
Wait, for
It's
who?
pretty well known. Jamaicans.
For Jamaicans.
Jamaicans?
Yeah, Jar Jar is like the caricature of Jamaicans. You never
That's
noticed
why he
that?
talks like that.
No. Because that doesn't sound like patois at all.
yeah. Well, it's a racist caricature, and that's why there was a lot of hate at the time about it.
I didn't even know that. Oh, wait. George, you need to talk to somebody about something, like, because that's not a Jamaican
much-
accent. That's like an idiolect of the weirdest Jamaican ever.
I wonder if someone
a-
looked at this episode and like broke it down. How much do we actually talk about The Empire Strikes Back, and how much do we talk about the rest of all the trilogies?
And then
All
other
the other
media
movies?
randomly.
Hey, shut the fuck up. We covered every part of Empire, so they can shut their mouths.
Yeah.
We did.
Let me
The
talk
only
about
thing we
the
didn't
Invincible
cover-
We
more.
didn't talk about the Tauntaun. Do we have an
Oh.
animal rights angle to go about this?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
one
do
more
not
thing.
disturb bears in their environment, their natural homes.
Yeah, don't poke the bears. Sorry, you go, Smoopy.
Just George Lucas is it being a Jamaican thing is very surprising to me, actually, because I do not see it at all.
You know
I
I was talking
cannot
about
see
the
it.
taunt.
Oh, the I don't see that either, but maybe I don't see color. That's a lie.
All right.
That's a
Smoopy
joke. I
spiraling.
can't go there. That's not a real. It's not a real thing. I believe.
All right. Let me take the lead for a second. I think like if there's any like animal rights spin on the Tauntaun situation, it's not really applicable here in this specific situation that Luke is experiencing, and Han. You know, like the fact that they are in a life or death survival situation means that, like, you know, Han already realizes that the Tauntaun isn't going to make it. You know, the thing is dead. So he's like, all right, the best I can do is stick Luke inside this thing. And that sucks, but that's the best we got because this thing ain't getting cold anytime soon. And that's a smart survival tactic. And that's interesting because we don't really see anywhere else that Han is an experienced survivalist per se. You know, like he's a great smuggler, he's a shrewd businessman, all that stuff, yada yada, great pilot, etc. But we don't really see anywhere else in the Star Wars universe I don't remember. Not in any of the Legends books that I've read either. They mostly emphasize him being a skilled smuggler. So this is really one of the only instances in the Star Wars universe, I think, is it's interesting that shows Han as a survivalist. You have any thoughts about that?
No, I
like
agree
that.
that there's no actual animals' rights angle here, and like
Right. Like, what was he gonna do? Die to save the Tauntaun corpse? The thing was already fucking dead. Even
the thing
Peter
was
would have
already
to concede
dead.
that. Yeah.
And it's like carrying a rifle in Antarctica for polar bears, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
At least it only lost an arm and maybe survives. Not the
Oh, you're
Tauntaun,
talking about
but
the not the Tauntaun, the Wampa.
yeah, the Wampa.
Yeah, like the Yeti thing. Yeah. And like again, that was like Luke being a great survivalist and learning to use the Force in a concentrated way for like only the second time ever. I'm sorry, I'm still nerding out.
No, you're good.
Okay. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, and I think this film shows like there's been some time between this and the last film, but it shows in a pretty interesting and good way, like how Luke has grown with the Force. You know, there's all the Mary Sue references to the Force Awakens woman, but
Force
I and
Awakens woman. Call her Ray. Her name is Ray. Don't do that. Don't do that. You called Luke Luke. Call her Ray.
I know I literally forgot her name. I wasn't actually trying to be facetious.
I'm just
Well,
saying disrespectful. Go on.
well, yeah, but anyway, I really think that like I like how they showed his progression. Is all I was saying.
Politics in politics
I mean,
in movies.
I really I don't think I'm not really a Ray hater. I think the third movie fucking sucks, but
Yeah. Well, I mean, Ray is an interesting character. I think she is an interesting take on like the Luke archetype. You know, basically like a knight. You know, like that's the archetype.
Which is the Jesus archetype.
No, but that's a different
I mean,
thing, you know.
kinda.
I mean, if you're really like talking about the Last Jedi in particular, but overall, I wouldn't say so. Especially since he comes back in the Mandalorian. You know, he's not. I mean, unless you're like, oh, that's his rising from the tomb moment. I mean, I guess if you want to go that way, I'm not going to stop you. I'm not going to hold a gun to your head, but like, you do you.
Listen, he
You
got
hold a gun to my head.
abloothed and anointed and got his John
came
is
back
Yoda.
He came back and he showed he showed Din Djarin like fuck dude, like you're sitting over there with your little puny flamethrower. I'm just gonna tear these robots apart with my mind. Fuck you.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
then
that's
leave.
the infancy gospel of Thomas, but he's an adult.
Yeah. But like that is a cool moment, and like, and if anyone poo-poos the Mandalorian, I reference scenes like that and be like, well, that's incredible that exists in Star Wars, and you take that for granted. Come on, dude. But like, yeah, I can see that like not all of the show is fantastic. Like season 3 especially has some weak moments, but I digress. I'm getting off track, and we keep doing.
I'm happy with what we have for this one.
All right. Any final thoughts on Empire specifically?
Lando's a dirty Union buster.
Yeah, true. Go off. As one of my friends in the psych ward said a lot, and I always thought it was cute. You know, she was like a little Zoomer, like 24-year-old, and she was always like, "Slay, So slay.
I like it when the Zoomers say, "This is cinema."
I like it when GS says it.
You
All right. Well, this has been Mike and Friends.
Yeah. One more thing.
I'm Mike, and
Shut
friend is gonna shut up now.
up.
I'm sorry. Go
damn.
ahead.
I was just gonna say one more thing. The asteroid field, I think, is the only thing we didn't mention at all. Do you have any thoughts about that? And
Yeah,
Big
I don't
worm.
believe in space.
it was a big one.
Big worm.
There was a big one. They were inside it.
No, I
Yeah.
know. I just like that was the first thing you thought of to say.
Well, it's relevant.
I like
It is
big worm.
relevant.
Yeah.
I like the
big worm
maneuver to
relevant.
sit on top of the Star Destroyer. Pretty cool.
Yeah, that was cool. That was cool.
That was sick as fuck. And the showing freaking Boba Fett, or was it the other one? Other Fett.
No, yeah, it's Boba.
Okay, it was Boba.
Uh,
That was sick as
yeah,
hell.
Django's long dead by this point. Yeah. Django dies in episode 2. He gets decapitated. So
Dude,
yeah.
don't spoil it.
Yeah. Spoilers for a 24-year-old movie. Fuck off.
24. Oh my god.
There's already a
that.
spoiler tag on-
2002.
You should do a spoiler for Invincible while you're at it.
Hey, I think
Almost
everyone
as old
should
as
be
I am.
expected to be spoiled for everything when they listen to this show. No, that's not fair. But at least the thing we're talking about.
And Invincible, I guess.
And Invincible. And I'm guessing anyone listening to this has seen episode 2. So I think we're in the clear. Just say it.
Spoilers for a 50-year-old movie.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well,
Well,
I'm
no,
not that old. I
not
was 12.
50.
Yeah. We said
That's,
we said 24.
Oh, you mean episode 2? I was gonna it's like the
Oh,
The Empire Strikes
original.
the one
Oh.
we're actually supposed to be on topic for, supposedly.
Oh, it's 46 years old now. 46.
46. So yeah,
Yeah.
nearly 50.
Wait, what movie are we
Hey.
talking about again?
Empire. Hey, New Hope will be 50 next year. Isn't that crazy?
No.
All right. So we've been talking about The Empire Strikes Back, Star Wars, and
Are you okay?
God.
I just had a coughing fit. So
Oh.
see you guys.
Soon, buddy.
Bye.
See ya. Bye. It's an outro complete.
Most interesting sign off.
That was
The
concerning.
force silenced him.